Okay, I've got some more of my basic macaron mix here in a bowl. I'm going to show you how I color my macaron shells. You can do a million different colors. Today I'm just gonna do lilac color. I've got my food gel here. I find that food gel works just a little bit better, makes a more vibrant color. And I'm gonna put a couple drops in. And the color will fade a little bit in the oven. So I like to put a little more food gel in for a little deeper color because it will fade a little bit in the oven. So just give that a good mix. And then I have a piping bag that I've cut the end off into a little small hole there, and I'm gonna put it over a cup. It just makes it easier to fill, and I'm gonna pour all my macaron filling in here. This is just a vanilla flavored macaron. I like to flavor them with the fillings generally. So I generally will do a vanilla, basic vanilla or white flavor, and then the fillings there's a million different types of fillings you can do. Okay, so I've got it in my piping bag. I have got my baking sheet lined with parchment paper. You can also use a sil pad or a silicone mat, and I'm just gonna start piping as uniform rounds as I can get. I'm just gonna eyeball it. Okay, it's really important after you've got them piped out, you're gonna wanna tap all the air bubbles out. All right, there we go. Now you're going to wanna let these rest on your countertop at room temperature for anywhere from 20 minutes to 60 minutes. I have found in my particular kitchen with my altitude and the humidity, I live in a relatively dry climate and high altitude, that 45 minutes works best for me. So yeah, we're gonna let those sit. Okay, now that my macarons have rested, I'm ready to go in the oven. For my ovens and my environment, my altitude and my humidity, I found that 290 degrees is the perfect temperature for my macarons. If they're a little bit bigger, I'm gonna go a little bit longer. These are a little bit bigger, so I'm gonna do about 16 minutes for these. If I'm making little tiny miniature ones, 8 to 10 minutes is plenty. So these are gonna go in my oven for 16 minutes. So I've got my lilac colored macarons out of the oven. You can see the bottom, it just has a tiny bit of color to them. When I go to check my macarons, I like to reach in the oven carefully, and if I can pick one up and it peels off the parchment, it means they're done. If only the top pulls off and the bottom is still kind of sticky, they need a couple more minutes. Okay, so once they are cooled completely, you're gonna, when you pull them out, let them sit on the cookie sheet for like 10 minutes and then gently peel them off and cool them completely on a cooling rack. I am gonna go through and try to match up the sizes of the shells so that they fit perfectly. And I'm gonna turn one over. That's gonna get the filling. For these, this is just a basic white vanilla flavored macaron, but I'm going to flavor it with a lemon buttercream. And I have a star piping tip that I'm gonna use just to give a pretty edge. And I'm gonna go around the edge and the center. Now gently get the top and press it down. Not too hard. All right, now I'm going to show you, if you want, you can just leave your macaron. This is pretty and perfect. It's with the purple and yellow together. But if you want to add a little extra decorative element, I'm going to show you how to pipe on a little daisy or a little flower. I have got in here my leaf piping tip, okay, with just some white, well, it's lemon buttercream, but I didn't color it. It's just white. And then over here, I've just got some round sprinkles. And all I'm gonna do is I'm going to start in the middle and just pull little leaves. All the way around. And then I'll give it a little dab in the center. And then I'll just get 3 or 4 of these little sprinkles and press them down. 3 or 4 or 5. Go. And done.